Good evening. This is our Wellness Wednesday. Yesterday, I did part one of Back to Schools. I shared with you about 8 essential oils that you can use for you or for your kiddos. So I know some of you are not going back to school, and some of you may not be going back to school until September, but there are people going back in August. So I decided to do the series in August, and today's August 1st. It's always great to get your products the month before and make sure that you have the stuff that you're getting ready. Well, I don't know about you, but I love back to school shopping. It's always been kind of like a tradition. Hey, Pam. It's always been kind of a tradition for me to just get a backpack and the school supplies. And it's exciting for my kids as well. And this year I've gotten much earlier. So, hey, thanks for joining me. So this is Miss Bryn's backpack that she chose. I get them one backpack for middle school, one for high school. If they break it, ruin it, then they can buy their own. But they have to have necessities, right? They have to have a lunch box so they can have their lunch, take to school every day. Most of my kids just do school lunch at home. And then they have to have, look at her. She got her cute little folders and her notebooks, right? So these are all necessities for school, for her to succeed with her mind and her education. Well, guess what? We need to succeed with our immune system, our emotional health, and our well-being. So today's Wellness Wednesday, I'm going to share with you. Yesterday was oils. Today I'm going to give you some other things that are supplements and other that you can use for back to school for teachers. Please share as I'm talking some of the things that you guys use for back to school or things that you would use even if you're not going back to school. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is, you're probably going to guess it, but hand purifier. So we know that hey, Rachel, look at all these people. It's so good to see you guys. So, hand purifier, we know as that there's hand sanitizers out there, and you are empowered with knowledge, and all you have to do is Google, you guys. It's the easiest thing. Just type in effects of hand sanitizer. Let me read to you some of the things that are harmful to our bodies from the hand sanitizers. You guys, everywhere I go, we went to Mooville today, and there's hand sanitizers everywhere. When you go to hospitals, there's hand sanitizers. When you go to doctor's office, wherever, it's everywhere, at schools. So let me tell you what hand sanitizers can do to your hands. They're hormone disruption. You probably already know all this stuff too. They weaken your immune system because of the chemicals that are in them. So here we think in our heads, which I did too 4 years ago, I'm like, hand sanitizer, that's the best thing I can do is put on my hands and it's going to kill all my germs. Well, actually, instead, it's weakening my immune system. You can Google that as well. The ones that are scented, so I used to be a Bed Bath & Beyond girl. I loved it with all the little bubbles and pebbles in them and the glitter. Oh my gosh, I was so into those. I love the scents. Well, guess what? The scented ones have all those hidden toxin chemicals in your body. Whether they make your kids hyper, maybe they make you hyper, maybe you have less focus. All those different things can cause different issues with each person. I'm not saying it's going to exactly happen to you, but these are effects of it. Alcohol poisoning. So here, most of the hand sanitizers that I've researched have alcohol in it, and it could be poisoning to the body. It also lowers your resistance to disease. So I love that we can empower each other with knowledge and education. So get your hand purifier. This does not have alcohol on it, and it's a very different kind of feel. It took me a while at first to get adjusted to it because, we're kind of used to the old way, right? And then it's like, whoa. But can I tell you, I love the peppermint in it. It's awesome. I love that smell. I actually love it. It's kind of like a gel glide. I don't know. Maybe you guys can share in the comments section how you guys like the hand purifier. So what can you do with this? You can throw it right in their backpacks. You can throw it in your purse if you're a teacher. You can do any of that with the hand purifier. I keep it in my purse and just use it on the kids' hands. And this is going to help build your immune system. It's got peppermint. It'll help bring alertness to your kids. Maybe they feel like they're a little sluggish during the day. High schoolers, middle schoolers, maybe teachers too. And also it's going to help clean up your hands and give your boost of immune system, opposite of what a real hand sanitizer is. So this is our hand purifier. You can buy them. The best way, you guys, is to buy the big one and then buy the 3-pack of this and then just refill them. So that's kind of what we do. Oh, good. I'm so glad you love the peppermint as well. Oh, thank you, Rachel, I feel like I'm sweating to death, but that's okay over here. So that's our number one thing that I throw in the kids' backpacks, hand purifier. Not all of the kids will take them, but that's okay. I continue to encourage my children and not force them. So Another thing that I have learned from Toya, and she's not on here, but I love what she's done. The other thing, you guys all know this, hands down, Thieves Cleaner. I mean, you guys know Thieves Cleaner is the best ever. All the cleaners on the market, you've got the Lysol, you've got the bleach, all of those are very toxic to your body. Just Google effects of, and then type in if you have any of those chemicals at home. Just look it up, effects of, and see what it does to your body. There's the hormone disruptors. It can make you tired. It can make you exhausted, whatever, and it's going to, affect your immune system. But with this, my friend Toyin, you know what she does to her kids every day? Right before they go to school, this is like their perfume. You know the like at Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works, how you can spray the little sprays on like that? She does this when they go out the door, spray, and then she has them turn around, spray. What an amazing immune system to have this on your body. And she said her kids have stayed so healthy this past year. So I love that for this. And I have done this. I started doing it. The other thing is when the kids come home from school, you can just keeping their immune systems up by using this. Okay, let me tell you why I brought this up for back to school. Guess what? They sweat. They get stinky. Guess what I do? Spray. I spray inside their backpacks. I'm sure it's the season of soccer. You can spray the cleats. They come home stinky. Just spray them up. And not only is it going to make them smell good, but it's also going to build their immune system because you got the thieves in there and the clove and the rosemary. I love this stuff, you guys. Super inexpensive. Okay, another one. I have a friend who has an amazing testimony of this, and I forgot to look this up, the effects of all the other hand sanitizers. So let me tell you some ways that you can save money. You can make it on your own, which is probably the cheapest way to do it. I like 20 drops. A lot of people like 15 of it. I do peppermint Castile soap for about 4 tablespoons. I eyeball everything, fill it with water. I do a teaspoon of vitamin E. You can buy it on Amazon. My friend says the best price is probably at Trader Joe's. And then I put in 15 to 20 drops of Thieves. But I like, you guys, the Castile soap, peppermint. Oh, I love the smell of peppermint. And it's kind of like our hand purifier, right? Well, the kids come home and they wash their hands. When they're at school, they're dealing with all the other hand cleaners that they have at the school. So I want them to come home and really clean their hands and build their immune system because they're around so many germs at school. So this is one thing, hands down. The other thing you can do is, I know, who's on here? Oh, I know Kristen. She bought, you buy the Thieves hand foam soap from Young Living. You know what I do? I fill it up halfway and fill the rest with water. So I double the amount of using it. It works just as great. So that's another way that you can use it if you don't like making things. So hand foam soap, you've got to have that for school. Okay, this is one of my favorites, lavender lip balm. So if you have kids who are stressed, I have a couple that have a hard time with change, new teachers, they don't really want to talk to people. They're more introverts. So guess what you can do? You can smell it. Lavender is calming. They can put on their lips, which my kids do use for chapped lips and stuff. But what if they get like a scratch or something happens to them at school and they need a Band-Aid? Guess what? They can pull this out and rub it right on them. So there's all these different ways, and they can actually just tap it under their nose and use that as a diffuser. So lavender lip balm is one of my favorites that you can throw in the kids' backpacks. And they can keep that at school with them. And maybe they feel awkward using oils. I have a couple of them are like, I'm not going to take that nose inhaler. This is an easier way because everyone knows what lip balm is. So this is one way that you can help them with calming with that. Okay, you guys, I know you hear this all the time, but I can't tell you enough about this. Ningxia Red, my boys are the ones who are willing to take it, and my daughter who's in high school. Every day they get an ounce. It builds their immune system. I've done one season where it's just oils and I think it's awesome, but I'm telling you, if you can change your budget, change where you shop, and I did look up juices, okay? So this is juice, right? This is Ningxia juice. We call it Ningxia Red. We call it red juice at our house. This stays in our fridge. It's the most inexpensive way to get Ningxia Red, but the best way to buy it is the Essential Rewards Ningxia Red, and you usually need for an ounce a day or 2 ounces. Maximum health is 4 ounces. I always tell people that's research studies, 4 ounces. My little ones do an ounce every day, and we just have the little shot glasses. They know how to do it. And with this, if you look up effects of juices, okay, how many of you grew up with grape juice or orange juice or I don't know, whatever juices that you grew up with? They can cause tooth decay. My son, my high school son, actually just told me the other day, he's like, yeah, my friend's having major teeth problems because he's so addicted to juice and loves it. So regular juices can cause tooth decay because of all the acidity. They also cause high and low. They're super high in sugars. So your kids are going to go to school super high, right? And then guess what? They come to a crash. And I have blood sugar issues. So I have to be very careful with this high-low thing. Obesity, they're doing research and studies of all the juices, and people aren't even drinking as much water anymore. They're just drinking juice or soda or whatever. But that's another one that affects is of just regular juices on the market. And gas and abdominal issues. Sometimes they get so much sugar in or whatever, it's so concentrated that their bodies can't handle it. So those are some of the effects of juices. I know I grew up with doing juice. My mom had us have like a little glass every day, but this is the only thing that we drink that's juice in our house. And it's great for recovery. My daughter's doing cross country and I'm like, hey, this is great because a lot of people turn to the Gatorades. Google effects of Gatorade and just see the ingredients that are in them or any of those other drinks. This is natural. This is like 100 oranges in 1 ounce, you guys. Who can eat that much and get that much benefit when you can get it? And if you don't like the drink, I always tell people dilute it, try and play with it. But this is one that we do for all of our kids who are willing to take it. Because maybe at your house you don't have people who are willing to take it, but it's worth it, you guys. It's so worth having that to build their immune system. And I'll tell you 2 more things and then I'll let you go. We love Super C. I know I actually grew up with vitamin C. And there's 2 supplements I'm going to talk about, and I'm out of the probiotics. So those are the 2 things I wanted to mention for school that I'm huge into, but share what you guys would use for your kiddos for school. Super C, it's easy because it's a chewable, and the kids like them. So I'll be honest, that's probably why we use it the most, because I know that it's going to give them the nutrients that their bodies need. Once you're under a lot of stress, those vitamins in your body go really low. So I always try and keep vitamins, Super C on hand. And then I also keep the probiotic, which I'm out, sorry. And then the other one is the multivitamin of the kids line, because I want them to get the nutrients in their body. We don't live a perfect lifestyle. I do my best to teach them about fruits and vegetables and whole grains and, eat from scratch. But we still don't eat perfectly. So those are the things that will help give their bodies nutrition that they need, especially with ones that deal with a lot of stress and get anxious about school. So those are my tips. I just wanted you to say that you are responsible for your health and your wellness. So do your homework. That's my challenge to you. And then just keep your family thriving instead of striving. So it's a huge thing to make it a lifestyle and to take care of yourself. So I hope that you enjoyed this Wellness Wednesday. And I'm so excited for this new spouse thing that we can enroll our spouses. And let me tell you just one thing about it. You can enroll your husband if you have one, or significant other. You can do that if you haven't done it already. When you enroll them, you get $50 back. So it's $160 for the kit. You get $50 back, which is $110. You guys, you get the diffuser, you get those Ningxia Red, and you get to refill all those essential oils that you already know how to use. That's the best way. So I'm super excited about that. And the first 10 spouses that enroll, we're going to give away a guy oil. I'm going to keep it a surprise. A guy oil, and we'll do a drawing. So I hope that you guys can take advantage of that promo as well. I am happy that Young Living's doing that. And then you can start building with him if you guys want to build a business. So have a great night, and I will talk to you later.